Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson. And he had a long dick. Hence the name.
And on the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
Tell us more about your pee-pee. You've never been so interesting.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, look, we can get caught up in the whole statement game, who said what, and what they meant by what they said, and what words mean when people say them, and, you know, who's making a statement about what statement means, and whose statements have something to do with something that someone else says, and see statements get, you know? Welcome to Plotty Time. You guys really threw me off because I felt bad because we just had 2 dick references right in a row. And I knew mine wasn't about a dick, so...
I don't know what Chump Slaps was from, but it might have been the same show as mine.
No, mine was actually from Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're still waiting for someone to come in here and tell us what these quotes are from. You get a free pack of Big League
And
Chew.
mine was from What We Do in the Shadows, and all you got to do is name Poppascotches now, and you got them.
No.
Yeah, mine might be tough to research, but hey, you'll get... Do we still have Big League Chew to give out?
Yeah, there's 1 or 2. A little
All right.
expired, but, you know.
A signed bag of Big League Chew you probably shouldn't open by now. That's at least 2
Big League
years
Chew
old.
never goes bad.
Why don't you throw it away for us?
Yeah. Speaking of throwaways, there's nothing for the correction crevice because we nailed it.
Boo.
I don't know how that speaks about throw. I guess we're throwing that segment away. I'll do better. Come back to me.
Yeah, okay.
I'll come back to me. But let's just, we'll move on to Syintist, and we're going to talk about normal shit. Like, what are we playing? What are we watching? What are we doing? What's going on with you, Dr. Syintist?
Well, I played a little bit of Overland. I'm still starting to get into it. It's
You talked about this one?
like a couple weeks ago. I kind of started and then put it down.
Is what type of game is it? I don't remember.
It's kind of like a strategy game. You're trying to cross the country and avoid all these insects that have appeared out of the ground.
Yes.
And
Is it like Command and Conquer type? Like you build dudes?
sort of, no. But it's kind of like moving around.
You don't
and
build
stuff like that.
dudes.
It's kind of weird because you have to try and not kill the enemies on each stage. Because they're a lot stronger than you all the time, and 2, every time you kill 1, 2 spawn.
Sounds like a stealth game.
It's not.
Sounds like it.
It really does sound like it. I have to go with them on this one.
You're both wrong.
Yeah, I believe you too, but it does sound like a stealth game. And we've been very clear about how we feel about stealth games.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We hate them. And since it's been a holiday week, I didn't get to do much, but I did watch The Watchmen again. The movie.
Ooh.
And that answers the question.
What?
Who watches The Watchmen?
There you go. I do.
Boom.
That's a big pull for you. But it's always good.
Did you say the show or the movies?
The show. The movies, I mean. Movie.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one's better. I really like the show.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of go together.
I really liked the show, except for I didn't like Dr. Manhattan in the show.
Fair.
Why?
I think, honestly, and this is going to be surface level pretentious bullshit, but
nose
the
was
makeup
stupid.
was kind of silly.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Like the way he looked.
Not story-wise.
I also thought it was...
I thought you were going to pull a race thing or something. I don't know.
No,
'Cause
spoilers
he's
coming
blue.
up. But you know how I feel about blue people.
I know, he hated the Smurfs.
Yeah.
Been very clear about my anti-Smurf stance. Gargamel was right. 2021.
Nice.
No,
a new shirt.
I also didn't like how he met his end. I thought, I understand why they did it.
I thought it was kind of stupid that he just powered himself down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
But I get it, and are they making more of that show? Because they fucking should.
That was a while ago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pre-pandemic. Once the pandemic hit, everything...
Yeah, it was in the works, and then they said fuck it and scrapped it, probably, for the pandemic.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
But yeah, I watched the movie.
Did you guys watch Lovecraft Country? We
No.
talked about this.
No, I did not.
You talked about it, yeah.
Wow, it's fucking great. That'd be a great 1-2 punch with the Watchmen show.
Yeah, maybe I'll look into it. Doubt it.
Also, I watched some more of Lock and Key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting into it.
Getting into it now?
It's getting interesting. And the little kid I want to punch in the face all the time, but I feel that way about every kid I see on TV, so it's not.
That's true. I remember Vivarium.
Oh my God. He was the absolute worst. If you like kids, watch that movie.
They're saying how there isn't much talk about a second season.
Yeah, it felt that way.
Yeah.
This long since.
It kind of
It ran its course. It told its story.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really need to be The Watchmen. It could have been something else.
Yeah, definitely.
And the last thing I watched was the new episodes of Hawkeye on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
It's good. It's good. Like all the other shows, it kind of starts out a little slow, but I like what they're doing with Hawkeye and seeing what's going on here.
Is this one of those one and done seasons, or?
I think so.
So you're just gonna reserve the full judgment for after?
Yeah, it's only 2 episodes released because you don't have
Oh,
bullshit.
it's weekly.
Ugh.
Sucker.
But the first 2 episodes are good. I don't know exactly what they're going to set up for the rest of the MCU with this. Maybe just the Young Avengers, but we'll see.
Fair enough.
That's all I could do, Poppascotch. Why don't you throw some stuff at us? What'd you play, watch, wiggle through?
Wiggle through? I watched a couple movies. I watched, getting into the holiday season, I watched Scrooged again.
Fantastic flick.
Oh, yeah. I got to watch that again this year.
It's Thanksgiving hasn't happened yet. Oh, yes, it has. Sorry.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and I love it, and it's the best telling of Charles Dickens' immortal classic.
Christmas Carol.
Oh, what is
There
the
it is.
only one take?
I couldn't remember of it because I was copying or not copying, but I just thought about the quote from the movie Scrooge, where they're like, Charles Dickens' immortal classic, Scrooge. And I was like, wait, that's not the name of the original thing.
That classic Muppets movie that they made.
The Scrooge is better, and I'll fight anybody who says
No, you're
different.
right. I
Yeah.
was just making fun of you saying the wrong name of the wrong thing.
I actually just watched that Muppet Christmas Carol for the first time ever last year.
First time ever.
Yeah, I'd never seen it. Maybe I saw it when I was like a little kid, but yeah, I didn't remember any of it.
Kind of remember some of it, but
Spoiler, it's almost exactly like Scrooged.
no.
It is. And I love Michael Caine taking it so seriously. Was such a delight.
Hey, he's a Shakespearean trained actor.
It's true.
It's true. He's into the classics. He's fucking in like Flint. I think he was in that one. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so
Isn't it Flynn?
also watched The Shining.
The Shinning?
It's been a while.
Yeah. Still too long and boring.
Never. No. It's a modern day classic.
Did they make a sequel to that?
Yes, they made Dr. Sleep.
Yes.
It was made by Mike Flanagan, the guy who did Midnight Mass and
The House is on
Haunting of
Haunted
Bly Manor.
Places.
yes. Dr. Sleep was good, and I really enjoyed it, but it's difficult to watch, and I don't know if I want to watch it again.
Okay.
That's how I feel about The Shining.
Seriously.
Yeah, but difficult to watch for different reasons. Like if someone comes at me and says The Shining's pretty slow, I'll be like, "Yep, it sure is." I'm not gonna argue anybody on that. I feel like the payoff is worth it,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I could see how some people wouldn't, and I totally understand that. But dude, Dr. Sleep's a tough fucking watch, mostly because of the child murder.
Didn't we just talk
There was
about
a real rough scene in that. I hope so. We should keep. If you haven't seen it, it's worth seeing once for sure. But it's a tough rewatch.
Well, first watch Vivarium, and then you'll feel much better watching.
Yeah, then you'll want to kill a kid.
Good call. I did see on the subreddit. Shout out because we have a subreddit. Get over there.
Yeah, check it out.
Get over there. But I saw someone thanked you personally, Chump Slap, for educating them on what to do should a baby be tossed their way.
I can't believe they didn't know that. I'm glad we.
Yeah, I'm glad to help any way I can.
Yeah, I should find who said that. But shout out to whomever that was. You're a gem.
I'm glad we can educate the world.
Absolutely. I also watched the horror film Halloween classic, Urban Legend.
Oh, that wouldn't have been my guess.
No, it's not. That's a joke. It's not a good movie. It's 90s as fuck. It was one of those movies that came out at my age when
I know what you did
if
last summer.
you know, like under 18 but over like 14, so the only thing you could ever do is go to a movie.
Yeah.
Good time.
Like, there's
Well,
nothing else
I
for you
mean,
to do.
losers would only do that.
I used to hang out at the mall.
Used to get drunk.
Used to check out a movie once in a while. Maybe stop at Chuck E. Cheese.
If there's time.
Yeah, obviously.
It was all the way across the parking lot, you know.
He knows.
It's still there.
Yeah, and I know you were asking Dr. Syintist, but yeah, Urban Legend totally holds up, and you should watch it again.
Nice.
Who's in that? Any names?
Skeet Ulrich.
No.
No, he's not.
I was just guessing.
Joshua Jackson's in it. Pacey's in
Oh,
it.
Pacey. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But he's never made a bad movie.
Well, then watch
That's
it.
right.
This
Well,
one's not
you
bad.
could still say he's never starred in a bad movie because he had an ancillary role in this.
Jared
That's
Leto
fair.
was in it?
Yeah, that's right. Jared Leto was the lead, and who's the woman that was in it?
Tara Reid?
Was she?
Oh, that's right.
Apparently.
She was. Yeah, they're a big time cast. It has to be
Rebecca
good.
Gayheart?
That's the one I was
Yeah,
thinking of.
yeah.
Couldn't remember her name. She's
Yeah,
also
but
in it.
it's a lot. It's a bad movie. Why are you telling these people lies?
That's a good point. So there's also, I know I've never done this and it's kind of lame, but I wanted to bring this movie to your attention. There's two movies I want to watch soon and I want to report back on. There's that new horror comedy that came out. I don't know if you saw it, called Black Friday.
No.
It's with Bruce Campbell's in it.
Nice.
And I believe the story is that there's, a bunch of, it's like a big box, like Walmart type store.
Yeah. People turn into zombies when they rush in the door.
I don't know if it's a zombie or if it's like an alien invasion and they're hunkered down. Devin Sawa's in it.
Nice.
When has he ever made a bad movie?
Can't
Oh,
think of
sorry. Here's the log line now that I actually looked it up. A group of toy store employees must protect each other from a horde of parasite-infected shoppers.
Sounds good. I'll definitely watch it.
It sounds
With
good.
Michael Jai White, Bruce Campbell, Devin Sawa.
Is it more than an hour and a half long?
It is, where's the runtime? 1 hour, 24 minutes.
Perfect.
Right,
Right in the slap pocket. And it's not getting great reviews. Anyway, check it out.
So it's a lot of fart is what you're saying.
Oh, I'm going to love it.
Now, there's also this other movie that I wanted to make you aware of, Sir Chump Slap.
Mhm.
Have you heard of the movie Slacks?
Yes, I've actually talked about it on here.
Have you? You've seen it?
Oh, yeah.
I searched for the hashtag. I couldn't find it, but I saw that movie about the killer pair of pants.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's all right. It's pretty wild when the pants, like, kill people.
No, that's hard to believe.
I just saw, I know you're a big fan of rubber, like I am myself, and I figure we could do a tire murdering people with, telepathy, I guess,
Yeah. Well,
psychokinetic energy.
Something.
Then why not a murderous pair of pants?
yeah, you never saw Killer Sofa? That's great, too.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you should definitely look into that one. That one's actually good. Slacks is slappy, but yeah, it's slappy. I don't know. There's no butt there.
It's
All right, it's
slappy,
on the
but
list.
boy, is it slappy.
And then for video games, all I played was Call of Duty because it was a double weekend, and because I want to max out the multiplayer so I can stop playing it.
I don't believe you.
Max out the multiplayer.
Yeah, so I can get the trophy, so I can get the platinum, so I can uninstall Vanguard from my machine. Because it's not good, at all.
Oh, that's a bummer. Well, not really. I knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah, and this way you don't have to get it.
Yeah.
I saw that there was a trophy I didn't get in the Cold War zombies.
Yeah?
So I went back and tried to get it. I failed the first attempt, but I tried to get it, and getting back into playing Cold War zombies, it's a billion times better than anything Vanguard could possibly do.
Yeah. You just got.
And it's such a goddamn shame.
That's a shame.
So I may leave that installed on my machine for a while just to jump into an actual fun game of zombies once in a while.
Once you're getting frustrated with Vanguard.
Dude, it's not good. I'm so bored. With Call of Duty Cold War Zombies, there was stuff to unlock or camos to grind or weapons to unlock parts to, and it was so much fun. And a dozen maps and game modes and stuff you could do.
Yeah.
Vanguard's here it is. Here's one game mode where you do the same 4 fucking objectives over and over. There's no perks. There's covenants, but it's not the same thing.
Is there
It
still
sucks.
seasons?
They're in the preseason right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know. And then, we're going to get into it in the news of why it sucks, but they're supposedly supposed to come out with more content. But right now you can't even pause the fucking game.
Yeah.
Still bitching about that.
Dude, it's these games take hours. And every other the problem too is every other previous iteration of zombies you could pause. For some reason you could not you can't pause this one. Anyway, I'm gonna stop bitching about Call of Duty Zombies because
Fair enough.
this is not the Call of Duty Zombies podcast. That's all I played. Let's move on to you, Sir Chump Slap. What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
What was I doing? I was playing some Fallout New Vegas, man. I'm still playing it like a fucking crazy person.
Not at the Hoover Dam yet?
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
What was that accent? You just like, what I've been doing? Like, what?
I don't know.
I didn't hear it.
Why'd you point it out?
All right, fine.
Now he seems weird.
I don't even remember doing one. What I've been doing.
That's pretty close.
Sometimes I just slip into random accents. It happens. But yeah, still playing that faithfully. It only crashed once since last time we recorded.
That's hard to believe.
No, it was like a hard crash though. The screen froze and
Just once.
I couldn't do anything. Yeah, just once. It's not that hard to believe.
Well,
I expected more.
Fair. But I've been watching Futurama. Going through that again. Classic.
I've been watching that again recently too. So good.
It's been a while since I've seen it. So all the little jokes just hit you that much harder.
like I know that I watched the entire thing straight through, and I know that I've gone back and watched random episodes. Like I never did that second full run through again.
Yeah.
But I've seen it on so many like hotel televisions.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just turn on Comedy Central, it's always on in the morning, or when you get back in the evening, it's always on. And I going through the episode list, I'm like, I'm shocked how many of these I remember vividly in detail and everything that happened in them.
Yeah.
Because I saw them on hotel TV a billion times.
Yeah, man.
Not complaining, just
They're all
shocked
good.
that I remember that much.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I started watching it again, all right? Get off my back.
Oh, this isn't about me? Sorry.
I also watched the first episode of the new Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah? I didn't hear good things.
Oh, first episode was all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a retelling of the story. So you're like, oh, I know what's happening. I know what's going to happen. And it's not as stylish. I mean, the anime was better, but I'm still going to give it a chance. I'll let you know when I finish it.
I think I got 3 episodes into the anime.
Yeah? You just didn't dig it?
I didn't like turn it off in frustration. I was just like, this is nice. But like I wasn't compelled to go finish it like I am with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, it's just kind of like random episodes, right? There's no main story. You know what I mean? There's no...
You didn't get to the movies yet, did you? I usually skip them.
Yeah, I've seen the movies.
Well, I mean, in your watch through again.
No, the new one. The live action one.
Oh.
Wait, so you're saying it's more like episodic? Like there's a different
Yeah.
story?
Yeah, I think they're trying to make it more like that. But I don't know. Still give it a go. They kept the same theme song and everything. So that's clutch.
Nice.
I watched a couple movies.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever see Shrooms?
Of course not.
No, but I know the poster.
Yeah, it's got like a skull looking 3 shrooms on it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking, yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like it's the 3 shrooms in the foreground with the moon behind it, and it has like a skull shape.
Yeah.
Was it good? Tell me it's good.
I can't believe I've never seen it before.
Tell me it was good.
It wasn't bad. It's about these American teens that go to Ireland to do like a shroom in the woods. And then they tell ghost stories about this correctional school that was abandoned out there, and there's killers running around the woods. And then people start getting murdered.
Classic Shrooms.
Yeah, man. And all these people just did shrooms so irresponsibly. It was ridiculous.
What are they, noobs?
Yeah.
Tell me more about how you do them irresponsibly.
All right,
Watch the movie,
everyone's going to bed. This guy gets in a fight with his girlfriend. She's like, get out of the tent. So he goes to the fire and eats shrooms when everyone's sleeping and just wanders off in the middle of the woods by himself.
Now, I've never done shrooms. Not against doing shrooms. Maybe I'll do shrooms one day. I don't know. But from what I hear, like this is a thing that keeps you awake, right? Like
Yeah, you can't sleep on it when you're tripping.
It's not like marijuana where you take like 5 hits, you're like, all right, I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you sleep like a
No,
fucking rock.
You need to plan a day.
Yeah, it takes a good 6 to 8 hours. and then maybe you can sleep after that.
Yeah, no matter what, you want to go to bed before it's over.
Yeah.
Is it like a smart idea to have like a chaperone for this scenario?
Yeah, have you never done it before?
I mean, if you're 15.
Okay. Hey, some people can handle their drugs. We're just trying to give people some good advice on how to do drugs.
Seriously. But no, you should do them with friends in a safe environment. Not in the middle of Ireland woods next to a abandoned correctional facility with people running around killing. But,
That sounds ill-advised. You're right.
But all in all, it was a decent movie. Go check it out. I also watched I Trapped the Devil. This is a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie? Well, this sounds so familiar.
Because the guy traps the devil in his basement, and then his brother and his brother's wife come over unannounced for Christmas, and he's like, "Oh man, really wish you weren't here." Blah blah blah. Shit goes wild.
Shit goes wild.
Because he's like, "I trapped the devil," and then they go down there like, "There's just some guy in the basement."
That's exactly what the devil wants you to think.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. A little slow to begin, but it gets decent crescendo.
Oh, the Dano Man.
Yeah, so those two were decent. Shrooms and I Trapped the Devil, so go check them out.
Check out Shrooms, is what he says.
Yeah,
All right,
or
done.
The psychedelic, if you want. Who am I to judge? Dude, Shrooms and Trap the Devil. Okay, let's carry on. That's all I got.
Oh, you're waiting for me to transition out of it. Gotcha. Sorry. Yeah, I was
we
falling
both
asleep
were,
on that one.
yeah.
Yeah, we really dropped the ball on that one. It's okay though. Shut up. We did.
As a team.
We as a group dropped the ball. Any hoodles.
Fair.
How about we then casually, without screwing up, hop on over to video game news /stuff.
Let's go. Video game stuff.
I'm speechless. That was perfect.
It took us this long, but we got it.
You finally
Can we
nailed it. You guys
replicate
nailed
it?
it.
Never.
Hope we got it clean.
I'll just play that.
Yeah.
I'll just loop that every time. Maybe put some like Morse code behind. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, have you guys are aware of what the hell's going on over at Activision?
A bunch of lawsuits.
This is a fucking clown show.
Wasn't it always?
Well, fair enough. All these reports came out, all these lawsuits of sexual harassment, improper workplace stuff. They're all getting filed and stuff's becoming public. And it's making everyone who works there look like any of the higher ups look real bad, especially the CEO, Bobby Kotick, who's been personally accused.
Kotick, we calling you out.
If you guys remember, this is a while back, maybe 6-8 months ago. I'm not going to look it up.
Yeah.
But we talked about how 2,000 people were laid off, or thousands of people were laid off, and Bobby Kotick got a $200 million bonus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember.
Which looked bad, even though, those aren't necessarily business decisions related to each other. Still look bad. Any hoodles. So Activision, the board of Activision, instead of cleaning house and being like, we're sorry, we'll do better, they doubled down and defended Bobby Kotick that he doesn't have to leave. No one from the board's resigning. So what they did was...
That's a choice.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, they released a press release, like literally at 1, 2 in the morning, that they're coming up with a workplace responsibility committee.
Cool. Can I sign up?
Isn't that HR?
Yeah.
That's what HR should be doing, yes. But they're basically they're creating this group that's supposed to look into the business and determine if there's, inappropriate behavior going on. So what they should have been doing the entire time. But it's going to have 2 members of the board on it, the people who, are backing Kotick for all this. And I guess this isn't going to retroactively apply to, allegedly, Bobby Kotick. So that's a clown show right there. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So in an investor call, this is a separate piece of news. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Are you going to resign? And he said, well, I'm going to try to fix the culture. And I'm paraphrasing. But I'm going to try to fix the culture. And I will consider leaving the company, unquote, if he can't speedily address the harassment issues. So he's not going to step down at all, despite being a fucking clown show.
It's like, I didn't do it, but I'll look for the guys who did.
And I know that's pretty much what it comes down to. It's like, I know I'm mentioned a lot in these lawsuits, but I'm going to correct this behavior. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
which screams to me either one of two things are going to happen. He's not going to do shit, which is probably the most likely, or he's going to find people to throw under the bus.
Yeah. Pretty much exactly it.
So that's an embarrassment of a company. And then for Thanksgiving, they gave, because of all these allegations, because of the fact that Activision looks fucking terrible right now. You've actually had the presidents of Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation come out and say these are very troubling reports.
Yeah.
Well, they just have better PR departments.
Exactly. But it's just an embarrassment. Anyway, that's a bummer. I got that out of the way. So how about like the fun news?
Yeah, let's hear something fun. No fun.
There were details that came out about Horizon Forbidden West that talked about the NPCs and how they're all going to have varying and unique personalities.
I thought you were going to say genitalia.
What?
It's just random things. Like Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to be with the custom Jennies.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Exactly. Yep.
Originally, yeah, and then they fucked it up. Go figure. Which, by the way, you can buy the Steelbook edition for $10 right now.
No thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Leisure Suit Larry's for $8. Can't buy both.
Oh, we don't have an update, but I'm pretty confident we're gonna get those 17 upvotes. So you have to play Leisure Suit Larry.
We'll see.
But they were talking about how you should be able to identify from a distance what group of people you're looking at. And how they're adding layers of authenticity to the world through animations and behaviors.
Sounds a lot like racism.
Not really.
Not if they're made up cultures.
I mean, you could tell what different groups of people look like in video games from far away, like a guard or a citizen.
I don't think that's what he meant, though.
Now, basically, there's a patriarchal tribe. So their animations are more about shoulder punches and like high fives and broing down. And then there's another tribe that's kind of like hippy dippy, you know? So you'll always see them more laid back, chilling.
Smoking.
Oh, that sounds like an annoying game already, though.
Rubbing up on each other.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Non-sexually.
Oh, wow. They're making video games more crazy now.
The idea, I think, is to not go with the cookie cutter NPCs that just say the same shit over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a great idea. Good for them.
Hope it works out, right?
Yeah.
And then in less fun news, but hey, news. Amazon Studios is reportedly attempting to make a Mass Effect TV show.
I heard.
Good luck.
Has Seth Green in it, but
Will it be better than Andromeda?
never played Andromeda and probably won't watch the show, so.
Whoa.
Hot take.
Bold choices.
I mean, I hope it doesn't suck, but I guess we'll see.
I don't know. I don't really care about that story.
What's it going to be, like
Already seen
Star
it.
Trek?
They just said, and the quote is, they're nearing a deal to develop a series based on the Mass Effect games. So it may not even be the Mass Effect crew, so to speak. It may
Just in
be
the world.
Well, I thought I heard that
story in
Seth
that
Green
universe.
had signed on for it, but maybe I was wrong.
No, Seth Green signs on to everything.
That's true.
I don't know if my news is from a couple days ago, so maybe he did, and I missed it.
I could be wrong.
I'm not going to look it up.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Who cares?
And then back in rumors and other bullshit, I know this is going to be something that Dr. Syintist, you're heavily invested in.
Tuning out already.
Call of Duty rumors.
Mm-hmm.
There was a rumor that came out that said they're going to abandon the annual release cycle.
Good.
I doubt.
Unless they're putting out like 2 a year.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
they're going to lose all that money.
They don't lose
We're
any
moving
money
to
with
a
fucking
semi-annual.
Warzone and seasons now.
But they could make twice as much if they release every year.
Not really. I wouldn't call it twice as much. Considering
All right. 40% as much.
Well, the fact of the matter is that there's a handful of, I guess the best way to put this is verifiable Call of Duty leakers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this group of people that, obviously it's just people who have
Verifiable.
roommates that work there.
Yeah, I know.
It's people whose predictions have come true because they probably know someone who works
Yeah,
there.
gotcha.
All of those other people that have some kind of credibility to them are like, this is complete bullshit, and no one said this anywhere.
No, yeah. When's FIFA going to stop doing it every year?
It has to be the fact. The only thing I can think of is that they make it like an event. Like release date is always an event that happens every year that tells people, oh, there's more of this game. Don't forget about us.
Yeah,
more of
exactly.
this game. So I don't see a situation where they can. Because they already have Warzone, and that's the same thing over and over. It's always getting updated and stuff, sure, but
They'll just sell big upgrade patches.
Or they'll sell year subscriptions
Yeah, or something like that.
that you have to get just to get the $10 season. That's not funny. That's probably true.
I mean, they make so much money in those microtransactions.
Oh yeah, from the
But
guy who bought.
you know what's better than some money? More money.
I don't know.
True.
Some people buy $15 weed costumes.
Some people buy 2 of them. And yeah, no, I think they are $15. I wonder if there's a third. That doesn't matter. But who's assholes buy those anyway?
Yeah, why would you want a third, man?
That does it for video game news / stuff. So how about we get into this game? We're going to talk about how's that sound.
Lead us in.
Bring it on.
All right. This game, one of the hottest games that has ever come out, one of the best games of all time, one of the dankest radical skateboarding
What the
shows. Yeah, I don't know.
Just
It
trying to
fell
sound
apart
hip.
on me. All right, I'm sorry.
Are you stalling for time?
It's a game where we ask the question, can we put car racing in a skateboard game? The answer is yes.
Surprisingly, yes.
We are talking about Tony Hawk Underground.
Woo-woo.
It was released October 27th, 2003. Number 1 song. Anybody got a guess?
Happy by Pharrell.
That was like 2017 that came out.
I don't know. I just knew it was one that it's got to be close to one game we've done recently.
Yeah, you're very close. It is Baby Boy by Beyonce featuring Sean Paul.
Yeah. Oh, I was almost right on the money.
Baby boy. I remember that one.
It's a banger. And then the number 1 movie. Does anyone have a guess? It's October 27th. It's got to be...
Saw.
That didn't come out till 2005 or 6.
Really?
This predates Saw.
Halloween.
We've talked about it on this podcast.
Yeah,
and
probably.
It is a horror comedy that does not hold up.
Scary movie.
That holds up.
Which one? Which one?
2.
Damn, you're so close. It's
5.
Scary Movie 3.
Uh,
Scary Movie 3. It just ooh, it's rough. So, this day in history, October 27th, 1963. There was a launch of this TV show that everyone forgot about immediately. That, you know, it's a little sci-fi, whatever it's called. I don't know if you guys even know it. It's British. Doctor Who.
Never heard of it.
is that like Dr. Seuss? For
Like
Who?
House. Dr. House.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a combination of the two. A very serious guy who speaks in ridiculous rhymes.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that too. William Hartnell
Yeah.
was the first Doctor. That was the first ever episode on BBC. So this was released for. This is not a combination we say often. Game Boy Advance. Sorry, Game Boy Advance, not Advance. Advance. GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. Developed by Neversoft and published by Activision.
Oh.
Which was not a coincidence. Well, it is a coincidence.
Yeah, that's the definition of a coincidence.
That's exactly, I didn't realize that. I didn't put that together till I saw that and said, ooh,
Man, what are you going to do?
it's a skateboarding sports game and no writer's brave enough to take credit for it.
Kind of wrote
Wonder
itself.
Wrote itself.
It is an everyman's tale.
So, yeah.
Well, you know, Sir Chump Slap, you picked it. Maybe you could explain to the people a little bit about this amazing writing that wrote itself.
In fact, I did not pick it.
Yeah, I
let's
picked
kick
it.
it over to Syintist
Oh,
and see
fuck.
see
You know what?
he's
I'm
got.
leaving it. I'm not even redoing it. Dr. Scientist picked it because I can't fucking read, apparently. It's not like it's right in front of me. Dr. Scientist, tell us about this fucking game.
Well, like you said, it's a skateboard. It's along the lines of the other Tony Hawk games, but it's more like of a story to it than the other ones. Kind of RPG-ish, but not really.
Well, you gain stats.
Yeah, but it's RPG light. Did anybody play it besides me? I'm assuming Chump Slap did.
Of course
I
did.
think I played it a little bit, but I remember more 1 and 2.
I remember the ending, like the shit you had to do then.
Oh, me too. Because
That was hard.
yeah, it was such a pain in the ass. I remember that specifically.
Yeah.
You play as your own made-up character, your own skateboarder from a random town in, I guess it's New Jersey.
Joyzy, yeah.
Yeah.
And your best friend is an annoying guy named Eric Sparrow, who's also a skateboarder. Pretty good.
He's all right.
And it starts out with, you hear Chad Muska's coming to town and going to do a skate demo And you're like, oh, cool.
Oh, shit.
Let's
Maybe
do that. And they're like, all right, so you do some stuff, and it gives you through the tutorial and whatnot. And then I don't remember who it was, but they're like, hey, if you hang these flyers, I'll give you tickets to the Muska demo.
Oh, that's a deal.
Yeah.
And you got to do it in a minute 45 seconds.
There's a lot of stupid missions like that in this game.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the speed run and how they do it. It's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah.
It was very interesting, too, that there were these tutorial missions. So they just kind of showed you like how to jump, how to grind, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, you're like little children. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys notice this, but in the beginning, you're like, I guess the whole thing takes place in like a month or two, right? Like, it didn't take place in long, but in the very beginning, you're children, and by the end, you're like tough guys talking shit on one another.
Yeah. Not children, but like teenagers.
You're teenagers. You're not in the business of skateboarding yet. You're just doing it for fun.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not exploiting 14-year-olds, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very strange.
So you eventually get to the Muska demo, and you do some skating, and Chad Muska's like, hey, man, you're a good skater. I'll give you this board.
Sweet.
And then he's like, hey, you got to get a sponsor. Peace. And then he leaves.
So you know what I did? I got a sponsor.
That's a good idea for you. And you're like, yeah, thanks, man. I'll get a sponsor.
Go to your local dealer.
My sponsor bought me this bulletproof Escalade that bounces. Yeah. Talk about a ridiculous car.
It's pretty good.
By the way, I absolutely had his skateboard because I was into skateboarding hard because of the Tony Hawk games for like a year and a half.
I've never seen you ollie.
I can't. That's why.
I was so into skateboarding.
So into it, but
I was so into it, and I tried to like do anything, and the best I could do is stand on it and move forward. That's fucking it.
I hear you, man. I could never get the board to flip. I thought it was magic.
It still is.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and watching skateboarding like videos or whatever on MTV because they'd always be like bumpers, and you see the people like in the bowl, like jumping off it, like doing tricks, and I'm like, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, they gotta have like glue on their shoes or something to keep that board on. Couldn't wrap my head around it.
One of the funniest things I ever did in high school was watch people try to learn how to skate on a bowl, like how to drop
the first
in.
time they drop in.
Oh my god, because they get so hurt.
Oh yeah,
because you have to lean forward the whole time, and your instinct isn't to lean into it. You kind of when you start to fall, you kind of lean back, and then the board flies out from underneath you.
Yeah, nice.
And then they fall and land on their back, and it's hilarious in some ways.
Dude, I remember going to skate parks and trying to like not even go up like half pipes or ramps, like just trying to go down like a ramp that's maybe 4 feet high total and like has a I don't know 45-degree grade, something like that. Nothing crazy. You see people do it in their sleep. I did it once and ate shit so hard.
You get to the bottom and just stop.
Like you can't wrap your head around the fact that there's like a weight distribution.
Yeah.
And like your legs are working independently of like your center of gravity. No one teaches you that. They're just like, here, go figure it out. These children are doing. And that's the other thing. You see kids that are like 10 just ripping shit all over the place.
I think it would have been easier if I was a tiny kid and tried it, because then you'd figure out how to move on it after walking my entire life.
Right. And these little kids would like eat shit hard. Like hard, and they just be like, "Oh man, I fell," and get up and just go back. I'm like, I'd be in fucking traction right now.
Yeah, little kids' bones are made out of rubber.
And then you like, even when you're a teenager, you see some kids like they eat shit. Some people like your age or maybe you're older, and they're laying on the ground like, oh,
yeah. Oh, I hit my elbow kind of weird. Oh. They're like rolling down fucking ramps and hitting the wall. It's nuts.
I've seen a couple people break bones too. It's weird.
Yeah, shit's dangerous, kids. Just stick to the shrooms.
All right. I love our skateboarding and shroom reminiscing episode we started here.
That's a t-shirt right there. Stick to the shrooms.
We need another t-shirt. Anyway.
We're going to get letters.
I don't remember exactly what happens, but you figure out some dude's skateboard was stolen and you kind of got to get it back.
You go to the local shop, and the local shop was broken into.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
And so you kind of sneak around these drug dealers because your town's full of them.
It is Jersey.
It's amazing that every house is like a drug dealer. It's like a strip mall of drug dealers here.
Yeah.
Anyway, you get it back, And then your buddy Eric's like, hey, man, I set that car on fire. Okay. You're like, let's get out of here. So you get out. The next day you go back and you give the skateboard back to the guy who's stolen from. And the guy's like, hey, if you make a video of some rad spots, I'll get you to be the new local sponsor of our skate shop here.
And it's Stacy Peralta.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, yeah, not the same old local bullshit. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, go somewhere else. And, and then you think back to Muska's words of wisdom. Get a sponsor. Like, all right, I'll do this.
Yeah, Stacy Peralta's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, I don't know why he has a skate thing in this drug dealer neighborhood, but...
Might be
it's a great... I don't think he ever lived on the East Coast in his whole fucking life.
I don't think so either.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Lords of Dogtown?
No.
Yeah, he was like a big influence on Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
It's like it's the start of skateboarding, basically. And it's about like how... It's like from the 70s, and Heath Ledger is in it, as I think he's either Stacy Peralta or one of the other owners.
Oh. Mm.
And it's great. Like, it's a great movie seeing how these fucking dirty-ass white kids in Venice, like, created this industry.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds all right.
I'd say check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
word.
So you wake up the next day, and Eric Sparrow's like, hey, man, the drug dealers know I burned their car. I got to get out of town.
Like, what was he expecting?
I don't know. There's only like 6 people in the town, and only 2 of them aren't drug dealers.
And what I love about this is the way Eric was talking. He's like, you guys, we can go to New York. I got a cousin in New York. We can go all the way to New York. And then it's like across the bridge. Like you could see it from their town. Which I realized was like a level design choice. That's fine. But it was just funny the way they talked about it. It's like as if you and I were going to say, hey, I got a cousin in fucking Montana. Like, let's get out there.
Yeah.
Well, they do have to take a train.
Well, their first plan to escape the drug dealers is to build a ramp and jump the bridge over the cops.
Which totally makes sense, because the cops are stopping people from leaving the town.
So
they'd just be so impressed by your skills.
I would love to see someone skateboard over a bridge. That would be amazing.
It would be.
It would. I agreed.
But anyway, you do that, and the cops leave, and then you hear Eric screaming that the drug dealers picked them up, which they're pretty dumb drug dealers then. But whatever. And you kind of chase the car down and, save him, and then you get on a train to New York.
Choo-choo.
So you get to New York, and you're like, all right, I guess Eric's got to hide out, and I'll impress some locals with some skating stuff and have them tape me. And that's what you do all through New York, is just get random people to take video of you. And you send the video to Stacy Peralta, and he's like, hey, man, that's it. I'm sponsoring you. And you're like, all right.
Yeah, you trick over a flaming taxi, so.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen that before. And hey, run some errands for me, and I'll get you a ticket to Tampa.
Yeah,
that's what the amateur competition is.
Yeah.
So you do.
Oh, he doesn't even get him tickets. He just loans him his fucking hippie van.
Well, they also have to run errands for him too. It's not like he's doing it out of his own.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, do some shit for me. I'll let you use my piece of shit van.
So they start driving down to Tampa, and of course they get pulled over by some stereotypical cops.
Oh, they get bribed easily.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. But they're like,
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if this is just me getting older, but I identify with these cops a lot more than I would have when I was 16 years old.
Cops in general are pieces of shit. You didn't have to make them this much to.
I know, but if I could totally see there was a cut scene right before this where like, dude, these out of town kids, I'm gonna fucking get them. You guys just watch this.
Yeah.
And they're like, where they're like Southern sheriff
You
style.
think it's like Super
ridiculousness.
Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I buy that way more than this is a real person who makes them do errands, including grabbing donuts.
Yeah. And grinding on fucking mayor election signs and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But anyway, you do all these tasks for it, and of course, Eric steals the cop car.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Yeah. He is much more annoying than any of the cops in this, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like you were the good kid, and he was definitely like an at-risk youth.
Yeah.
Or he's just a piece of shit.
Oh, we'll see.
No, he's a good dude. What could possibly go wrong?
Anyway, you get to the Tampa amateur competition.
Uh-huh.
And you go to the intro, and Eric's like, hey, Eric Sparrow. And he's like, all right, you can go in. And you're like, hey, Johnny Be Good, or whatever your name is. And he's like, oh, man, I forgot to sign you up.
So, yeah, I sent my
I sent mine in. Why you didn't send yours in? Oh.
Well, you should have sent your own in, really.
Yeah, I mean, but still.
That is kind of his fault, dude.
Well, he probably asked Eric to do it. I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause-
I assume so.
and he's like, no, man. Haha, you can't get in. See you later.
Suck it.
And I could do that to my friends too, so I can't really fault him for that.
You probably would.
Not forget to sign him in, but hey, man, I got in. You didn't.
No, yeah,
Sucks
you
to be
probably would.
What friends, anyway?
Yeah.
So your plan then is to get in by impressing a bunch of skaters, and you do that. And Tony Hawk's like, hey, man, you know Stacy Peralta? So do I. I like your jam. I'll get you in.
Cool.
So you get in, and then there's a competition. And it gets down to the finals of you and Eric, and guess who wins?
Oh, you have to win here.
You win, yes.
Absolutely.
And of course, Eric's pissed because he kind of tried to sabotage
He's
you.
like,
and it
oh,
didn't work."
man, you shouldn't even been in this.
And then this annoying part, which kind of kills the mystique of skating. All these sponsors come up to you and try and fucking sell you their shtick.
Yeah, just the winner of an amateur
Yeah,
contest.
yeah. Hey, man, come skate with me. Hey, get skate with me.
You haven't even left the area where you competed. And they are running up there, be like, yo, no, join Birdhouse. Like, you know.
Hey,
Well,
man, I'm
it's-
getting you on Element.
It was one of the sickest rides they've ever seen, man.
But even if this were the real scenario, like, Eric was right behind you.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they would have been doing the same thing to him. Like, yo, I know you didn't win, but that was fucking sick.
Well, maybe they did because
Maybe they-
soon after you
did they? I
get
don't know.
sponsored, you go to San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And you meet a real scumbag, Todd, who's the manager of whichever team you sign up for. I don't know if you have a choice. You might be
I
able
think you
to
got to pick the team, but it's always Todd.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, you picked like Element or something, and you get their boards or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been a long time since I played it. And he's a real Harvey Weinstein type.
Mm-hmm.
I like when he goes, show me your Skittles. And
What,
you're
you
like,
don't know?
my what? You know, your skills, your Skittles. You don't know?
Well, we all call it Skittles around here. I think he's just fucking with you.
Yeah, so do I.
So you'd say Skittles to someone else.
I got this guy to say Skittles.
It does make more sense if there's like a hand of God type figure that's just like, yo, we're going to fuck with this kid.
Yeah.
With all of these characters.
Oh my god, you can erase this later, but we should make a game that's like that. Like some guy's like destined to save the world, and all stuff happens, and his friend just walks out at the end. He's like, I can't believe you fell for all that.
Like the game.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, do you remember the sketch on The State from way back when? Where it was the two priests at the orphanage? Do you remember this one?
No.
Oh,
I
my
gotta watch
fucking
that.
God. And, like, one of the guys, you know, was dressed up as a little kid, and they're like, look, we have something to tell you. You're actually an alien species, and you can fly. Jump out this window right now, and the kid fucking dives out the window and smacks to the ground. They just can't stop laughing.
Well, that's
They're like,
pretty good.
okay, send in the next one, send in the next one. We're ready. And then it was fucking great.
So, anyway, you go do some photo shoots for your team, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, hey, man, we're having a huge party. Let's do it. So you go to the party, and then you wake up the next day hungover, and you find out that Eric was hired on the same team.
Not just hungover, but in the middle of a skate park
Yeah.
with beer all around you.
Hey, and who hasn't woken up that way?
Oh, tell me about it. It's like, oh shit, Eric on the team?
And then, for some reason, since you're the new guy, I guess, you have to round up the team and find their hungover asses all over town.
Mm-hmm.
I even wrote woo on here, sarcastically.
That's what the noob does.
Yeah. So you do that, and then like, hey, man, we're going to Hawaii on a trip. We're going to do some skating. Cool. Then you head to Hawaii.
Yeah. But you want to do something different in Hawaii. You want to do something that
you gotta
stands
impress.
out.
You and Eric are trying, the new guys, the amateurs, trying to get it.
Yeah.
So your plan is to jump a building.
The guy did say no normal spots, man. Like,
Yeah.
something really fucking cool impressed me.
Yeah, you do all.
Which he probably meant like, I don't know, find a new railing that got put in.
Yeah, or
Yeah. Do something that nobody's ever done on a railing.
Not jump a fucking building.
yeah, but so that's your plan. You and Eric are doing this, and you kind of do it. And then one of the most iconic moments in video game history, you're like, oh my God, there's a helicopter between the buildings, because that's a safe place to fly a helicopter.
Well, they were the cops.
Yeah.
They were trying to get you off the roof.
And you get Eric to videotape you, and you do it, and you McTwist between the buildings over the helicopter.
Oh, snap. I want to point something out here.
Yeah.
When Eric
Please.
comes to you, he gets in an elevator, hits floor 3, and the elevator opens on the roof.
I wasn't going that
I didn't even
technical,
notice
but
I just thought it was funny. It's like, oh yeah, that happens.
yeah.
Oh, the vaulted ceilings in this place, man. They're 70 feet up. It's insane.
So after you do your epic McTwist, the team heads to Vancouver for the video premiere.
You're telling everybody they're going to be stoked.
Yeah, then I had the limo drivers passed out, so you have to pick people up.
Another driving session.
Yeah, I don't know why they added driving to this game. It's something stupid.
Yeah.
Because they added sketching, so I guess they had to do something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So then you go to try and see the video premiere, and your video's not there, and it's just Eric doing cool tricks.
Not
What do
even
you mean?
crazy gaps.
Yeah, and like your whole helicopter McTwist is gone, and they're like, huh, Eric did some cool shit. You did nothing. Eric's a pro. You're not. Boom.
No.
How did Eric get final cut of this video?
He was the one taking it, I guess.
He was.
Well, he was recording you, but
Yeah.
I guess he could have just given them a different tape.
Yeah, he didn't give them
yeah,
their
who was
tape.
recording him?
Somebody else? I don't know. That is one of the flaws in this plot.
Mm-hmm. Just lost points.
And then guess what's next? The Slam City Jam, which is just another competition.
This is a pro tournament.
Yeah, it's a pro
though.
tournament. Since you're not a pro, you can't get in, but you lie and sneak your way
You just
in.
lie.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Your name's not on this list. How the fuck?
They put me on the wrong list.
Someone made a mistake.
Yeah, that's what he says.
That's what he says. Like, dude, you put pro on here and you're not a pro. And there was even like a section for amateur.
Yeah.
That's what I
So
mean.
couldn't he have competed as an amateur and still won that?
I don't know.
Whatever. But anyway, well, you can't beat Eric Sparrow if you don't go pro. And that's
Yeah.
what he does. He beats Eric
I
again
guess.
and wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, hey, I got to go to Moscow and press some shoe sponsors. Boom.
Yeah, because he gets
Oh,
his
that's
own
right.
board, but
Yeah.
he doesn't get the trip to Moscow until
yeah.
he gets a shoe sponsor.
Yeah, because he's not a pro.
Yeah.
Because I remember this conversation because he was saying like, man, like, yeah, I got a board and like, you know, I'm doing stuff, I'm making it, but I don't got that money. Like, you know, Chad Muska has this bulletproof Escalade. Like, and then he's talking to somebody else. The other person's like, that's because you don't have a shoe deal, man. You need to get a shoe deal.
Yeah, all the big guys got shoes.
Ugh.
So
Awesome.
he just skates around and gets a shoe deal like happens every
Yeah.
day.
It's that easy.
Which is amazing that sponsors didn't come up to him like they did after the amateur.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, everybody but the shoe sponsors were there. Well, the shoe sponsors always join late, guys. You know this.
Classic shoe sponsors. Such a stereotype.
shoes.
Anyway, so you blah, blah, blah. You end up in Moscow, which is a weird place for a skate team to go, I think. Maybe I'm just
Be some
out
pretty
of
cool
place.
scenes.
No, it is the kids who are wrong. But you do break into some place, and I just wrote D's nuts joke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down too.
That's all. Every game should have a D's nuts joke.
Yeah, you get. I wrote down that you get to Moscow. Bam Margera's there with no shirt on the entire game.
Yeah, drooling over tanks.
Yeah, he's like, dude, the tanks, man. Look at these tanks. Like that's the extent of him in this. But Todd does do a D's nuts reference.
Anyway, so you're skating around doing your normal team stuff, and Eric's like, hey, man, sorry for all the bullshit between us. Let's bury the hatchet. And you're like, all right, we'll wipe the slate clean. Boom, nighttime. And Eric runs into you, and he's been drinking with one of his Russian buddies, and somehow this teenage kid can outdrink a Russian guard.
Yeah. Russian
Most
guarding a
unbelievable
tank.
part about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Eric's like, hey, let's get drunk and steal a tank. That's
That's what you do in Russia.
yeah. And you try and stop him, but, you know, you can't. And he jumps out, and you get stuck in the tank after it crashes into a building. You think they don't leave the keys in the ignition.
They didn't. I think
Oh,
he
that's
stole
right,
it
they
off
stole
the
it from the
guard.
guy. Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, because Eric was like, he said it was cool if we take it. And he just pulls the keys out of his pocket.
Yeah.
Dude, tanks just have keys.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How else do you start them?
Fair enough.
A choke.
Do they have cranks or like a pull cord, like a fucking
Lawnmower?
Lawnmower?
Yeah.
yeah?
But anyway,
Let me fire up this tank.
It's electric tank.
so you're stuck inside the crashed tank, and you get arrested by the Russian cops, and, you know, Eric blames the whole thing on you. So you get fired because Todd doesn't want to pay your $700,000 fine, which is light in my eyes.
Yeah.
Running into a building with a tank.
I think you'd be in jail for a long time.
And I don't think they have bail in Russia, but I could be wrong.
No, that's one of those countries where you go to jail and you're gone.
Yeah.
You're not seen or heard from again.
It's not bail. They just want that because that was the damage caused.
I still don't think that's how Russia does it.
No, well, this is
Maybe that's my own bias. But anyway, no matter what, since the team won't get you out, the U.S. Embassy's like, hey, man, we'll get you out, but you got to find your own way home.
USA.
USA. Wait, I don't think it was the USA Embassy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but there was people that called him, and he did like missions for Russians.
Well, that was to get home.
Out. The U.S. Embassy got him out of jail.
Yeah, but they wouldn't send him home.
Yeah.
I was jumping the gun. Okay, got it.
So you do all these Russian missions, and you eventually get home. And when you get home, you see Eric Sparrow. And apparently he's become super rich and famous while you were stuck in Russian prison.
Yeah, I ain't doing a demo for less than $5,000, man. I don't even show up.
If I had a nickel.
Dude, yeah, he like went from, in the time it took you to get home from Russia, he went from being, a decent pro who wins some shit.
A former amateur like a week ago.
Yeah, to like the biggest name in skateboarding who has a guard duty and a car with him at all
And he
times.
owns a company, he says.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He owns that company.
And he wants to buy Peralta's company.
It must have been like the third Batman movie where he's stuck in the prison for that long and Bane just makes the whole town go to shit.
Maybe.
But anyway, you go talk to Stacy Peralta and you're like, hey man, let's start our own team, the Heart of the Skate, or whatever the fuck they say.
Soul skating.
Yeah, soul skating. We're going to go over these corporate skaters. We're going to be the heart and soul skaters.
Yeah, we're all about skating for fun.
And let's do the biggest and bestest skate video. Get all your friends. And like, all right. So you eventually make this video, go to random places, do some stuff. The video's a hit. And Eric's all mad that you made money, even though he's still making money, apparently.
Oh, yeah, here's
More
where...
than one person can make money.
Yeah.
No, here's where he wants to buy the company. He's like, you guys have a hit with this video.
Rich people see it as a zero-sum game.
I
but
wanna buy
He's like,
it.
I'm going to buy your game. And you're like, no, man. You're in it for the money. I'm in it for the heart.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, well, how about I give you the footage of your awesome McTwist over the helicopter?
First, skate off.
Yeah, that's it. And you go through one of the most annoying and difficult things in any Tony Hawk game ever.
What was it? I don't remember this at all. I must not have played
You just had to skate him and hit everything along the same way he did.
Yeah, you had to hit every...
Not the same way, but
Checkpoint,
every
no.
checkpoint you had to hit. And if you missed
Certain
one, you ran
time.
out of time trying to go back. It was so annoying. But anyway, you eventually beat him in the skate off.
Of course.
And he's so pissed, but you get the video and you're like, hey. And then they show the video of you doing the McTwist over as
And they show you the video, and there's at least 3 other cameras used in that footage.
There's one in the air above the helicopter.
Yeah, that's right. There was. Like, how do you get that view?
I don't know. It's pretty sweet, though.
And I think there's even a view of Eric in it somehow.
Yeah.
But luckily, if you beat the game more than once with the same characters, I think there's like a new game plus type of thing or harder difficulty.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that race against them again. You just automatically get the video.
Yeah. Okay, I remember
You sucker
that.
punch them.
Man.
But yeah, that's the whole story.
Soul skating.
Fucking classic. For the love of the game.
Yeah.
That's why they made that video.
Yeah, this is soul podcasting.
Yeah, we don't want the money. I lie. We want
I
the
mean,
money.
if people
Sponsor
have
us.
money
Yeah.
and they want to throw it as our way, we'll take it, I guess.
We don't got
Why
a
not?
shoe contract yet. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we don't think it's a zero-sum game. You can give us all the money you want. But that's it. That's the game.
That's the game.
Sweet fucking shoe contract. I'll tell you what.
I think we should. Can you still make specialized shoes on like Nike?
On Nike. You can't make Etnies anymore. I'm fucking pissed.
Fuck.
Etnies are the best shoes.
That would be nice to make a Plotty Time shoe.
Yeah. Well, it's going to cost like $120 just to get the... and then sell it.
Well, if anybody owns a shoe company, hook up, get with us. That's it. That's the game. We did it. We got through it. And as always, I think we're better people.
Always.
A little bit.
So then let's just take the ball. We'll run with it. I'm not going to do the person that picked the game first, Chump Slap. So no, I did remember this time. But we're going to go with you first, Chump Slap, anyway. So,
Sounds good.
Sir Chump Slap, final thoughts time. Now that you watched the video, do you think this game is worth a go?
Mm-hmm.
Did the story really work for you with all its mojo?
Jesus Christ. Sick.
And what kind of score you think you'd blow? Damn it. I dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I was going. All right. Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what. Talk. Say things.
Something. All right. Did the story
Get your go.
make me want to play
Make you
it?
wanna give it a go.
Yes,
Yeah.
make me want to give it a go.
One day we should do the real questions because if people are just starting to tune in, This looks like we have no fucking idea what we're doing over here.
They're not wrong.
Yeah, we are just winging it.
Fair point, Dr. Syintist. Fair point.
No, I wouldn't play. I mean, graphics are dated. If they make a remake of it, will I play it? Probably not, because that happened with Tony Hawk 1 and 2. So no, I wouldn't play it. Story work for me? Yeah, as far-fetched and silly as it is that this amateur kid from New Jersey can become a super pro, who knows, and is good friends with all these major skaters and has his own soul skating company. I guess it was a story from A to B, the rise of the underdog, whatever. Kind of like Rocky. Let's get to the score. What kind of score am I going to give this thug, this THUG? There was a story. Was it interesting? No. Did it have characters? Yeah, but were the characters interesting? Only if you knew who they were, like pro skaters. Then you're like, oh, you can project that personality on this person. But
That's a great observation. You're absolutely correct.
yeah, but other than that, the writing was bad and the story was subpar. So I'm still going to give it a 5 because it was still a story and I had good memories of playing the game. So rose tinted glasses and all.
All right, well, that's a 5er. But you did make a really good point. I mean, it did seem like all the pro skaters that they put in there that actually, like, because, you know, in the other games you could play as pro skaters,
Yeah.
but they didn't really have personalities. They were just different clothes and different boards to unlock.
Mm-hmm.
And for this, they actually felt like personalities, but they weren't, not really, unless you knew who they were already.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Exactly. Like, they delivered the lines flat. They're not actors. So the lines weren't great.
Right. Yeah, some of those deliveries were pretty rough.
Yeah. But that's my score.
Who's next?
I mean, I feel like it's a little low, but you know what? It's been said. So,
All right.
let's kick it over to Scotchy here.
That's me.
I think I got a couple questions for you.
What are they?
Shoot.
Did this video make you want to shred? Was the story good, or did it put you to bed? That's like one of your rhymes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's very Scotchy-esque.
And how many points out of 27 will it get in the end?
Close enough. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
it kind of rhymes.
Man, it's better than he did.
All right. So that's only because I fucked up the ending.
That's the most important part.
So yeah, I'm gonna say I like the story. I think it was appropriately ridiculous for the world of skateboarding.
Mm-hmm.
I liked seeing the skateboarding figures that I knew growing up watching skate videos. But you were absolutely right about, does it make me want to play it? Like, it does. Like, the initial hit is, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But that's exactly how I felt about the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake, and I barely played them.
Exactly.
Like you're right. You're absolutely correct about that. You nailed that. So, would I play it? My heart says absolutely, but real life says nah.
Mm-hmm.
Did the story work? I think it was fine. I think it was a good way to move things forward, but using the story as justification for the actions you did was pretty out there. I think the story, I think it would have benefited if it was even more ridiculous, which
Yeah,
is hard to
okay.
say, but like
Saints Row.
it's just silly to have this real feud between these two characters about like one fucking over the other so they can become a pro skater, and then all of a sudden be like, now I'm a cop, you gotta come down here and get me 9 donuts from this arena. It's like, just make the story this nuts. But overall, it was nice to see the story world get into the Tony Hawk games.
Mm-hmm.
The racing was very, like with cars, was very confusing.
Yeah.
It was just
Did
thrown
they?
in.
I wonder if did they do it again? Like, was Tony Hawk Underground 2?
I don't think I played that one.
I would imagine. At least sketching.
I think, and you guys are gonna get a good laugh from this, but I think by the end of Tony Hawk 3, I was done with Tony Hawk because I'd played 1, 2, and 3 to absolute death.
Yeah.
And I didn't play Underground. I didn't play Underground 2. There was a billion other games in there because they were just oversaturated. But I remember buying the one that came with the skateboard peripheral.
Wow.
So you finally did an ollie?
No, not even, because it didn't fucking work. Like there was a great YouTube video. This guy, it was for PS3, and he was holding the skateboard peripheral like in his hand, and he's just like, "This is how you beat the game." And he like tilted it up a little bit, and the dude did an ollie. Like it was so unresponsive. Great idea, bad execution. I wonder if I still have that somewhere. I should check. But anyway, my score. So, the story was weird because it was half serious, half completely ridiculous. The idea that someone goes from being an amateur teenager skater to a pro in like a month is insane, especially these days. Unless you, I guess, jump over a helicopter, maybe you'll get some clicks.
Yeah, so you see that bridge jump too?
Yeah.
That was nuts. And dude, there's no one who's like, I've been skating for 2 years. Let me jump this 90-foot gap.
Yeah.
You know?
While I'm
Like, that's
spinning.
insane. That's absolutely insane. So it was far-fetched. It was silly. It was a good amount of silly for a long time, but then it got just way too ridiculous. So for a final score for the story, I'm gonna be a little bit more generous for you, and this may be the nostalgia hit, but I'm gonna go with an 8.
Ooh.
I think.
Our system's foolproof. You don't have to explain it, man.
Well, at the very least, I was not bored watching this video. I think
That's true. I actually stayed awake during this whole thing.
yeah, it was an appropriate amount of story. If this was 6 hours long, I would have given it a 0. But for what it was appropriate. So,
Fair.
man of the hour, man who led this, man who picked this game, Dr. Syintist, we've got questions for you.
Simple ones.
And you know what? We're going to do something we never did.
What's that? Every other word?
I'm gonna start it off. You get the guts, Sir Chump Slap.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna bring it home.
Good luck.
So, Dr. Syintist, does the game make you want to really get amped up?
Make me want to get amped up?
Does the game make you want to get amped up? Does the story make you want to bust a nut?
How many stars out of 27 do you think you'd have to put in your cup? Yeah, we nailed it. Good job.
You can't top that one.
Jeez.
No, never. All right, we won't do that again.
Would I play
Anyway,
it? I did play it. I don't think I'd play it again. And I actually played Tony Hawk 1 and 2. The remakes.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me to... I played the shit out of it the first time, and I don't know why I did now, looking back. Probably just because it was a Tony Hawk skating game in the first...
Yeah, it was new, and you're like, yeah, Tony Hawk.
Yeah. The story worked for me. It is a story. I don't like that all the characters are caricatures of themselves. The cops, the skaters, Eric Sparrow. And they didn't really... I mean, you hate him from the beginning, but they made it seem like you were friends for a long time before this, and it kind of just never seemed like it. He's kind of just the antagonist the whole time.
Yeah, all up until you decide to skate better.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm skating better than you.
And he's just a dick. I don't know.
no, that's a really great point because they are all caricatures. Like it's like the game doesn't respect you.
Yeah.
Like they think you're too fucking dumb to put this together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I kind of felt watching it. Like, and just the over the top, even the cops, like when they were like, there's just a little too much. And the craziness of becoming a pro and escaping a Russian jail and all that kind of bullshit. I don't know. It was a little too much for me.
Okay.
Even for a game that doesn't take itself seriously. Not on the gameplay. I'm going to judge it. We're just on the story here. I gave it 4 stars.
4.
Yeah. I was going to give it
Ouch.
more, and then talking about it now makes me want to not play it more. So,
Okay.
takes
that gives us a total score of 17. And to give you a little bit of reference, that's exactly what we gave Saw the game.
Yeah, I think that's why he did it. That's why he scored it a 4.
It's 1 less than we gave The Complex, 1 fewer, I don't remember which is correct, than we gave Dino Crisis 2.
So, okay. Yeah. Yeah, story was lackluster. I mean, it was a story, so it got some points, but...
I mean, I had a lot of fun talking about it.
Yeah, true.
Like, but that, that doesn't mean it's a good story. We
Yes.
just had fun.
Yeah, and just a reminder, score means nothing.
Score means everything. That's what this podcast is about.
It's based out of 27 stars, don't forget,
Yeah.
Each.
81.
which is a total possible highest score of 81. We just gave that a 17. We're like, yeah, that's right.
That's right around a below decent game.
That's why you give a story that makes sense.
But to give you viewers an idea, we rarely go over 40 as a group.
Yeah.
Rarely. This year we have 4 games over 40.
And they're usually games you would expect.
It's shit that's known for its story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there have been games that surprised us. Like I remember Maze.
Oh, yeah.
I still
Like,
look for
that
that to
was
be on
fun.
sale every time.
But anyway, let's go ahead and move this, get this fucking show on the road.
Let's.
Keep moving forward. We'll move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher Lock of the Week.
Oh, stop. You're hurting him. You're killing him.
It's a lock. It's a lock. It's a lock.
Anyway, every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed amazing wrestling finisher that hopefully you can use in a street fight. He's never let us down yet.
No.
Don't think
Dr.
I can.
Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, we got the finishing move of one of my favorite wrestlers that also played in Haven, the show. We got Edge's finishing move, the Educator.
Oh, I love wordplay. The educator. Spell it.
EDGECATOR.
Edge.
It's a nice submission hold you can use in your street fights.
Okay. Okay.
It's sort of like a sharpshooter, but instead of like stepping over the person and sitting on their back like you would in a sharpshooter, you kind of just stay on the side and pull their leg down and kneel on their kneel to the side of them and pull their leg down.
Mm-hmm.
It looks painful, not fun.
So they're laying on their back. You grab their leg, pull it up in the air.
As per the Pro Wrestling Wiki,
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about it.
this starts off with the opponent prone, which means on their back. To
Yes, we
uneducated
know.
people.
We know.
The wrestler steps between the opponent's legs with one of his own, crosses the opponent's legs so that the near leg's ankle is in the far leg's knee pit. Like
Obviously, like a figure
yes.
four. Yes.
The wrestler then does not mount the opponent, which means flip him over, but instead
Obviously.
remains on the side of the opponent and pushes to cause pain. So you kind of like flip them over halfway and pull down while he's leaning on it instead of sitting on their back. It's very similar to a sharpshooter.
Okay.
And you could break someone's ankle or his knee with it or something in your
Or
street
your
fight.
own,
Well,
if you fuck it up.
I mean, who's going to counter a sharpshooter in a street fight? Be realistic.
I don't know. Bret Hart.
Well, yes.
I'm looking at it now. It does look pretty painful.
Any of
he
those
got-
leg moves fucking hurt like hell, man.
He kind of like jerks the knee, the ankle down too with his, because he can, you don't just sitting on there, you can actually apply more pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's it. Use the educator
The educator.
Yeah, go out there and hurt somebody.
and send us the police report.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to see that a real actual adult wrote in that you used the educator on another human being. We'd love to see it. Love to see it. So then that's going to take us to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather?
What?
So, what did we do?
How would that work?
Every week we ask Chump Slap at least one would you rather question, and he has to answer it and explain himself. This week I'm rolling through the list, so you got 2 again.
All right, bring them all.
And these are both out there, pretty conceptual. So let's just get into it. Number 1, Sir Chump Slap.
Yes.
Would you rather fight a live chicken to the death every time you got into a car?
Any car, not just his own?
Yes, any car.
Awesome.
Or fight an orangutan to the death once a year, but you get your choice of weapon. Melee weapons, non-guns.
Are the chickens like cockfight chickens or like domesticated chickens?
Like, do they have razors on there?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's just say regular ass chickens,
Yeah.
but they're pretty pissed off.
You've been stealing their eggs.
I don't think I could beat an orangutan.
That'd be tough, even if you had a weapon.
Like, what kind of weapon would even... A sword? Can't be a gun.
I mean, a gun.
He said it can't be.
Oh, crossbow. What if you miss your?
I'll give you a crossbow. I'll give you a crossbow.
That's only one shot, really.
Yeah, because then the monkey's right there.
The orangutan. That's an ape.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's smaller than a gorilla. A gorilla, you have no chance.
Yeah, but it's not
No,
exactly
it's not
tiny.
small. It's still a big thing.
It might be smaller than a gorilla, but it's not small.
They can rip your arms off and shit. I'd have to fight
Remember Harambe.
sometimes up to like 10 chickens a day. Just getting in and out of my car.
I think you would stop getting in cars.
I probably would walk them a lot more. Lose some weight.
You look at the health benefits of having to punch a chicken to death every time you got in a car.
Do I get a weapon for the chicken?
Nope, you got to punch it to death. You got to fight it.
Just grab it and
choke it.
snap it, snack, yeah.
But it's still annoying.
Imagine how good you'd get at killing chickens.
I'd have a new job.
Yeah, you'd feel nothing. You just walk in there, snap. All right. Anyway, go ahead, sit in the passenger seat.
I can see him emotionlessly doing it,
You
too.
could probably make money out of that, too. You go in my garage, there's a pile of dead chickens.
Yeah. Somebody you don't know is like, what's that? He's like, oh, I had to kill a chicken.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
Oh, and what if they like spawned in? Like McDonald's would hire the shit out of you or somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, yeah, just keep getting in and out of this car. We'll kill the chickens. Just spawn it.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best. I would not want to do it all the time like that, but I don't think I could win in a fight against an orangutan, so.
All right, there you
I
go.
don't
You would
disagree
fight
with
a
you.
chicken to the death.
Mm,
I think that's a smart move.
yeah, right. Chicken death.
But we got a second one for you.
Oh.
This one's a little bit more fun, less of a thinker. But, Sir Chump Slap,
Yeah.
would you rather burp soap bubbles when you're drunk or have your hair turn green when you're high?
How green?
Like fucking Jack Nicholson Joker green. Wait, was his hair green? Soup's green, like noticeably green, and it's all your hair. It's your body hair.
I think that would be the cooler one. I mean, would I just burp all the time? Or just when I burp?
Just whenever you're drunk and you're burping from being drunk. So you got to think, like, if you stick to liquor, you're not going to burp as much. But if you're drinking a bunch of beers, you know, you get that bubbles. You get that bubbles.
You get
and you start
bubbles.
burping.
Yeah.
That's English.
That's how words
I
work.
think I'd take the hair thing, though, because that'd be neat.
And
Burping
you-
bubbles is just, eh.
Well, I mean, the burping bubbles, you'd probably just be at home, too. It's not like you're drunk walking around.
Yeah, I
going
don't
to-
get high and go out either, so.
That's true, too.
Dude, are you fucking high? I don't know. Is my fucking hair green? No, it's not.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck is with... Oh, that's Sir Chomp Slap. His hair's green when he's high.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, now you know.
You're the last person to know in the neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, so I'll have to go with green hair and killing chickens.
I honestly thought you'd pick burping because when you did the burp confetti, like that was a no-brainer.
Yeah, but that was different because I was either farting or burping, right?
It's something,
Farting
one of them was
glitter or burping
Yeah.
confetti. And you went with the underwear cleanup would be too big of a deal.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't wash them with your regular clothes.
Yeah.
No, you'd have to do a load. You'd have to get like a new washer of just the glitter washer, right?
Yeah.
Go to the laundromat.
You get
That'd
kicked
be
out.
hilarious. Yeah, you get kicked out like in 2 seconds when everybody else's fucking t-shirts look like a Neil Diamond shirt.
Anyway.
Yeah, really hitting the kid demographic with these
Oh,
references.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, if a bunch of kids, I don't know, had a bunch of shit that they could tell us that'd make us cooler, which is what you usually say when you're trying to be cooler.
Yeah.
Where could they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap? Fuck.
Yeah, no cap. You send that too.
These fucking chuggies out here have no idea.
plottytime@gmail.com, and I'll read and respond as is the custom.
Yeah, 100% guaranteed to respond. And if they want to get to us faster on the socials with more swearing and maybe some lessons about how I can fucking talk good, where would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and Drop In, the social media app.
Mm.
Is this another right-wing thing?
No, I don't believe so. I believe it's like a college thing.
That'll definitely get us some of them youths.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look out,
All right.
youths.
Also, you can head over to Reddit, like I said before. You know, get in the subreddit, join the conversation, be fucking cool. That's all we're asking.
Yeah, we're pretty cool. We're in it.
You can head over to plottytime.com, buy some shit. You can just like and subscribe, fucking everywhere. Go to YouTube, watch us there. We're all up. We're out there.
We're all over. You just got to know where to look.
Yeah, you could type Plotty Time into Google, and then they're going to ask you, like, do you mean Plotly Time? You don't. You mean Plotty Time.
You know.
And then it'll pop up.
You know what you typed.
That does it for us. Get out there, play some video games, don't trust Dr. Scientist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.